Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am Disco Kitty the Crappy Crafter. So if you follow my TikTok, you'll know that I've recently been trying to organize my craft room, which is... Anyway, so yesterday I sorted out all the molds that I could find. I figure I found about 95% of them, and I have come across 3 mystery molds and one that I don't remember getting, but looks super cool. So this one, some kind of a tag charm. It's got little things to you know, they have a little thing here that they can hang here. It's some kind of shaker thing. I don't know. I don't remember getting it, but we're gonna have fun. So this one came with a whole bunch of flower molds. So it's some kind of flower, but I have no idea. I have no idea what kind of flower would belong like that. And I have this, which has bats and maybe, is that a skull? That might be a skull. It has bats and skulls in it, and I feel like it's missing a piece because it's got these little things here to make holes. I don't know. If you guys recognize it, let me know. And I also have this piece, which I think, now that I'm thinking about it, could be some kind of a box or shelving organizer, you know, a little mini one. I might have gotten it. I don't remember where I got it. Of course, there's no maker's mark on it. So I don't know where I got any of these. There's no maker's mark on any of them. No idea. No idea. No maker's mark on that. Oh, this one is Sophie and Toffee. So maybe if I go to the Sophie and Toffee website, I'll be able to find it. But I haven't gotten Sophie and Toffee stuff in like at least a year and a half. Year? I don't know. Time doesn't work right anymore. I don't know. Also, little life update before we get into it. I still have not been hired for that new job yet, but I'm honestly not expecting it for another, I don't know. It is the April 26th when I'm recording this. I'm not expecting to hear anything back before the 1st of the month at the very earliest. And you know what? That's okay, because that gives me a whole nother week almost to like try to organize this disaster of a room before I turn it into my working office and my crafting office. So we'll see what happens. Let's get right into it. Okay, let's mix up some resin. I'm using Let's Resin 2-part epoxy resin. It's my go-to resin. It's not perfect, but it's the stuff that I like, and it's relatively inexpensive. Although I may have found one that is very similar for a better price point, but we'll see. Anyways, make sure you stir it, scrape the sides and the bottom continuously for at least 3 minutes, preferably 5. Divvy it out into 3 cups because we're going to do a little rainbow thing. We've got the yellow, and then we've got the red. Remember, red always seems more pigmented than any other color. And blue, which I had forgotten here, always seems to be the least pigmented of any color, so I'm going to have to add a lot more in order to get the same opaqueness. And then we're going to put these into a divided cup. And the reason why I measured them ahead of time is because the side 2 sections are much, much smaller than the center section. You'll be able to see that soon. Just look at that. Look at that. It looks like there's way different amounts, but they are the same amount. They are. So, cat hair, get to pouring. Don't pour it all at once, you know. You want it to get down into the corners and the edges and the crevices. And we're going to get a little skewer and we're going to try to poke out some of the bubbles. Now, I'm going to use this mold again in upcoming videos. I know, because I've already done it. Ha ha ha. And I will do the Pinchy Method instead of the Pokey Method, and I think it works a little bit better. For this one, I've already mixed the resin. We're just adding in the glitter. I put it in, and then I decided that I didn't want it to be quite so peachy, so I'm going to kill the peach with just a little tiny bit of blue. Remembering that blue sucks, so a little tiny bit more. And technically it's a little bit too much blue, but I'd rather a little more blue than a little more peach. This is that flower mold. I have no idea what this flower mold is. No idea. Y'all are gonna have to tell me what this flower is, because I just don't know. I don't know. You tell me. But we've dropped some ink in the bottom, and this actually works. When it's alcohol ink, actual alcohol ink, it actually works. Don't do this with Morandi pigments or any kind of paints, because it won't work, as we saw. No, as we will see in this video later. If you drop alcohol inks in the bottom of a mold, it does kind of a reverse Pinchy method, where the resin will mix and swirl with it and pull it up from the bottom so it looks like it's dripping from the top when it's out of the mold. But the Morandi pigments that I'm going to try to do that with later. What are Morandi pigments? But we'll get into that. I was filling up that other mold with the same stuff, and here we go. Here it is. This is going to be the failure of the video. I'm going to do this mold again sometime, at some point. And I'm going to do the other mold, the third one that I filled, the last one in the last clip that I filled. I'm going to do that one again too, because once I figure out what it is, and by this point I already technically know I figured it out. I went to Sophie and Toffee and I looked it up. But I'm not going to tell you yet. Anyway, so this was supposed to be a reverse Pinchy method, but these pigments, they're just too thick. They feel like acrylic paint to me. I don't know maybe what I'll do is gather the ones that I have, because I've gotten a whole bunch between Sophie and Toffee and other resin boxes, Kitsune. I have a bunch of them, and they're all different colors, which is nice. They're all very pastel colors. And that just seems to be the way of it. I looked up Morandi pigments online, and I didn't spend more than, like 10 minutes looking, because by that point my brain was just dying. And I don't know what they are. What are Morandi pigments? Are they paint? Because they kind of feel like paint. One of these days I'm going to paint a painting with the Morandi pigments and see if they dry like paint, because I'm curious. Is that something you want to see? Because I'm probably going to do it anyways. Anyways, I've sped this up because this took a long time. But here we're just, trying to get a good swirly thing going. I wanted clears and swirls and colors all together, and a drop of water that I had to get out. Glad that didn't stay there. And now it's time to try to figure out how to get everything into the cooker, because I am impatient and I want it all done today, because I have other projects to do while I am still unemployed. I am still unemployed, by the way, but that's okay. It's a work in progress. Ha 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 ha. I'm hoping to hear in a couple of weeks. We'll see what happens. So here's the flower. And it did just what I wanted it to do. This is more blue at the tip, and it's perfectly cured. This is a base for a thing. It's also Halloween themed. It's an hourglass base. So you're supposed to make 2 of these and then tie them together. I have some purple thread that I may have gotten with that kit. I don't remember. It's been years and years since I've even gotten a Sophie and Toffee kit, so Anyways, this is super cool. And like I said, I have used it this one time in this video, and I have actually used it 2 more times in another video that'll be coming up because I just love it so much. I am going to make so many of these, and I'm going to put all of my little tiny doodads in them. All of them. All of them. It's going to be blessed. But, and here it comes. Oh wait, little bubbles. Little bubbles. That's the reason why I'm gonna do the pinchy thing. But oh, did you see that? Did you see that peak? That ew yellow? Oh, look at that. Oh, that's gross. Oh, it's gross. All the, This is one of the reasons why I think it's paint. Because I don't think that's resin that I'm touching, although it could be uncured resin, which is why I've got the gloves on, because you don't want to touch uncured resin. The more you touch it, the more likely you'll become allergic to it. Much like beekeepers and their bees. If they're not careful and they get stung too much, they'll become allergic. But this, and I still don't know what the hell purpose this serves. I'm going to have to look it up, figure it out. I just don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I looked through my emails, not real hard, but I looked for keywords that I thought it would fall under, and I can't find it, so I have no idea where I got it. So I hope the next time I make one, I don't ruin the mold, because, you know, that's a thing for me. Well, so we had 3 successes and a fail. And the fail is on me. I used Morandi pigments instead of alcohol inks. I don't know what the difference is. I do know that the Morandi stuff is super, super thick. And it generally dyes really, really well. It's almost like a cream base, but I have no idea what it is. But let's look at them. So this is the shaker base. You know, I would normally put like a little stuff in there, and I put a little window on it and stuff. And then, you know, there were a whole bunch of little things that you could add to it. And here's the 4-leaf clover. Here's a little flower. And if I had finished it, I would have put little shaker stuff in that too, but I don't know. The little butterfly. It's cute. I don't remember getting it. I may have gotten it in a kit and just been like, what? But I feel like I got it. I feel like I purchased it. I don't know. Here's the moon and a star. And the final one. Animal Crossing, honestly. The leaf, you know. Leaf tickets. Leaf tickets! Anyways. So that's that disgusting mess. So gross. Look at all the blah. Anyways, so things that actually worked is this flower thing. Now, my mother would have been able to tell me what this was at some point, you know, when she was alive, but she's not around anymore, so I can't ask her. So you tell me, what is it? I don't know. All right, and another working one, still warm, and oh, wait, no, I don't know. I'm just so confused about this. I'm so confused. I know it goes with this because I found it on the Sophie and Toffee website. But now I feel like it's still missing. Now I definitely feel like it's missing a piece. Or am I supposed to do 2? I bet I'm supposed to do 2. And then these holes, you're supposed to put thread through these holes and thread them so that they will, you know, so you can just turn the whole thing over. Turn the whole thing over, as opposed to just doing this. Which makes sense because, put it there. Some of the things, like this bat is upside down compared to the skull. See, there's the face. There's the bat, but he needs to be this way. So I guess that means I should make 2 and get myself some rubber bands or something. Hold them together so that it stays. Yeah. Whatever. At least we know what it is now. Put this away because, you know, what are the chances I'm actually going to use it? I mean, don't get me wrong, it's pretty cool, but unless it's 3 minutes, it's not useful in my life. Okay, and the last thing are these storage containers. Look, they come apart, and then you can. Right, let's do it this way, and then you can put them together this way. Whoops. Or this way. Get in there. Yay. So, one drawer has a little thing, you just put your finger in it, and then you pull it out. Boop, 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 boop. The other one is where the stick goes. I put a little tiny bit of clear UV resin on that, and that's how that's staying there. Probably won't stay for long, but this is the coolest thing ever, and I remember getting this. I do. I was gonna make tons of these. I was gonna put all my little things in them. I might yet still, I don't know. But we'll see. So yeah, that's that. I got a flower and a hourglass holder base topper thing, both. Should have made 2. Some cute ass little drawers, and then whatever the hell that mess was. I still don't even know what that is. Is this supposed to be like some kind of a tag or something? Because I did notice that it has a spot for like a lanyard, you know, the plastic where you stick the button through and then you snap it shut. It looks like it's supposed to be worn on one of those. I don't know. I don't remember getting it. And if I did get it, I don't know. Anyways, so that's it for this week's, what the heck are these molds? And until next week, stay safe. Oh, look. Oh, I have. Oh, it's the beautiful Abby cat. Oh, say hello to the people's Abby cat. Oh, yes. Her purr is not as loud as Loki's, so you won't hear it, but she is purring. Yes, you're a good girl. Okay.